Elodie's rollers are now cold, so we can start preparing our Audrey Hepburn style for short hair. So we're going to start by taking all the rollers out at the back. So we don't want to leave those in because those are going to be for the second section that we work on for the crown area. Then we're going to start to back comb this area so it's fabulous and we can get it up into a pleat. So when it comes to back combing, just hold the comb at a 45-degree angle. And you need to hold the hair fairly tight, but you can see I'm letting bits of hair slip through my fingers as I'm back combing. So using my back combing comb, or you could use a brush if you prefer. You just need to make sure you've back combed it really well, right, especially at the root. It's going to look terrible, but it's going to look totally gorgeous when we finish. Always start back combing at the root of the hair before you move further up along the length of the hair. So I haven't used any hairspray yet, but I will in a minute. If you find the hair, because Elodie's hair has a colour on there, it's back combing really easily. If you're having trouble, if you're struggling and as you're back combing and the back combing is slipping out, you can just spray the hair a little bit and then back comb. Just bring your head up. So if you spray it a little bit and then back comb, you'll find it'll back comb even better. Just to make sure it's all perfectly back combed everywhere. And put some spray on there. Then we need our either a Denman or Mason Pearson brush, and you're going to start to smooth out the hair just at the outside sections like this. Just gently. You don't want to brush too hard because you don't want to take the back combing out. Spray again. Now there are different ways of creating a pleat. You can either, technique number one, is to put a row of grips up the back of the hair. Just overlap them a little bit at the end so that you don't get a gap in between them. Sort of keep pulling against me, Elodie, that's right. So this is the first technique you can use. This is the traditional way of creating a French pleat. And you bring the hair over and you've got the row of grips there, so you pick up a little bit of hair, that nice back combed hair, come out again and go over that row, under the row of grips that you've got there. So you go in, come out again a little bit and go under that row of grips that you've got there. That's going to be your anchor. Out again. You definitely need the back combing, or else if you don't have the back combing when you do this, you'll find that it'll all separate. Now if you would use blonde pins, you wouldn't use dark pins. I've just used the dark pins so you can see how I've done it. So that's a sort of traditional way of achieving a French pleat at the back. Now you can use a slightly different technique, which I'll show you now. The other way is good and it definitely works, but sometimes because you've used pins all the way up the edge side of the pleat, if you want to tuck any hair in there and hide it away, you can't do it when you use the other method. So with this method, the only pins are going to be at the top of the hair, so it leaves the pleat at the bottom free to tuck other bits of hair in that you want to get rid of. Okay, so you're going to do this, turn around a little bit for me there. So I'm going to put my hand on the back of the head here. So my index finger is going to act as if it was that row of grips that we put at the back. So I put my index finger there and then brush this hair so you can get it how you want it to look. So my index finger is still on the head. Smooth out so it's gorgeous here. Bit of spray. And keep turning the top. I'll then put a curvy grip just at the top here, holding a little bit of the pleat and a bit of the hair. Then you get your hairpin, go in, pick up a little bit of hair that's nice and secure, and come over. And use the curvy grip as your anchor underneath. So you've got your pleat up and in place, but you've only used 2 grips. So all this here is free if you want to tuck any of this hair underneath the pleat, but yet the pleat is nice and secure. Now, if you can't get it secure with sort of 2 or 3, you might need to use another grip, you might need to use 2 or 3 hairpins, but if it's not secure after using 2 or 3, take it down, re-backcomb and do it again. Because otherwise you'll find you're putting lots and lots of pins in, and if this foundation isn't secure, the rest of it won't work. So I'm just going to put one more in up here. And this time, instead of going that way, I'm now going to go up and over. Now, if your bride has slightly longer hair, with this hair at the top, you would just twist it and just get it out of the way, because we don't need it for anything. With this style, keep checking the profile, because you need to make sure that you're happy with the shape at the back. So let's start on the crown section. So you can see I started off with quite a lot of hair in my hand, and now I've just got a few. So you have to hold it firm, but loose enough to let the hair come out of your fingers, but not so loose that it all flops down. If she wanted a lot of height here, you could cheat and you could pop a little donut in here, like this, and then that would help to create a little bit of extra body, or if she didn't have very much hair. But I think for today, I'm going to do it just using her hair. Smooth each section as you work on it, because you never know if it's going to be visible at the end of the style. We're going to see the front bit, so I only need to smooth it out at the front, not at the back. It is harder to smooth out if you've used too much dust it, so be careful with it. Unless you're looking for a textured look. You see there's a little dip in the hair here, we need to fill that space in. Is going to create the middle section. So I've taken out the 3 rows on the crown. So this one's going to provide the height, and then these will provide a little bit of width to the style. If you get the height just with the center one, you tend to get a bit of a point. So you need to remember to include these when you're creating the height, so you get a little bit more width to it altogether. So let's just work on the center one first. Make sure you're happy with the height that you've got. It's going to be about there, I think. So let's leave that one forward for a minute, and we'll bring these in now. And then we're going to do these first, and then that will come over the top. So check the shape at the front and then secure the hair. Because she's got quite short hair, it's not going to go all the way around. If the hair was longer, you could probably take it and wrap it and tuck it in there. But Elodie's hair is quite short, so we're just going to stop here. Here's a little fine pin. Pick up some secure hair underneath, come over and pin that in place. So you can see we're just beginning to get the beginnings of our crossover sections. That's our first one. We'll come down to the middle. And when we finish, I'm going to tighten that pleat up just so it's a little bit flatter there. Now always check the front to make sure you're happy with the height. You don't want it to be pointed. So come in with a little fine pin, pick up a bit of that secure hair, and go over the pleat. Then we're on to our last section. You can see how it's really important to use the sections at the side of the crown to just create this nice shape. If it's too narrow, you just look like you've got a cone on top of your head. With the end of the hair here, you can tuck it up and under and just get it out of the way. Make sure it stays in there. Let's come back to this section now. Create the shape that we like. So when you bring the hair back, you might need to use the end of your tail comb to just smooth out any little bits and make sure it's all, you're happy with the positioning of everything. You can maybe tip that bit under there. Or you could wrap it over here like that. So brought the hair over. Get a little bit of hair from underneath that's secure. Come back out again and go over the section of hair. Then at the end of it there, you can just tuck that in here. I'm going to start at the sides. Just going to take this roller out of the way. Decide how tight you want it over the ear and bring it back. If she has long hair, you could bring it all the way around and you could tuck it into here. But Elodie's hair is quite short, so I can stop. I can probably secure it just maybe on the pleat, just there. And always make sure that your bride is looking straight ahead when you're trying to get something symmetrical. So if they're looking slightly to one side, you'll end up with a hairstyle slightly to one side. Or if the head's a bit tilted, it will all be skewy, so you need to keep them nice and level. Put a little bit, dust it on the end just to help you to secure it. Bring this bit around to here. Secure over the hair that you're holding. And because Elodie's hair is quite short, I don't think I'm going to have enough to tuck into the bottom here, so I just want to straighten this up a little bit. So I'm just going to tighten it up a little bit. Just going to put another pin in to make it a little bit flatter. That's better. And hopefully this bit of hair will cover that little gap there. Use a little fine pin again, so the ends of the hair are here. We need to secure that in place. So go inside, find something that's secure, come back out again and go over that little section. So at the sides you'll see here, Elodie has some little fine bits at the temple. So we just need to try and maybe make sure they stay covered. Because Elodie's hair is quite fine, I find it will actually stay in place with just a few, with some of the lighter, the smaller, finer hairpins. Decide where you want to put it, and I think maybe over here would be good, in that little gap. Let's take them both out first and decide, leave that one till you've decided what you want to do with the fringe. That side. I think this side is better. So I've divided that in half like that. Then this bit of hair can come over here. And I'll bring this bit over here, I think. And if you have any short bits, like this one, that's not going to reach, we want it to come in this direction, but it won't reach to the back. So with this one, I just get another fine pin and I can secure it just here. And then another one at the end of the hair there. If it was long enough, we could have fitted into the pleat, but it's not quite long enough. So then it looks nice just coming along to there. Find the position. First of all, find out where she wants the tiara. Does she want it sort of quite far forwards or quite far back, or all the way back? You have to be careful if they want it quite far back, because quite often the ends of the tiara can stick out at the back of the head. So if they want it further back, they almost have to have it more like that shape, so the ends of the tiara can come down here rather than sticking out there. So we'll use it now, we'll put it sort of slightly central, I think. And push that in. Return this way so we can catch a little bit of view there. So make sure it's going to go in the hair. If you hold the tiara in place for me, Elodie, just quite far forward there. Always ask your bride to hold the tiara in place, because as you're gripping it, it might move a little bit. And if it only moves half an inch, she'll know it moves half an inch. It's moved, and you'll have to move. You have to take it out and start again. So get it in the right place, and then find some hair that's secure underneath. Pick it up, go under the tiara. So you're using the tiara almost like an anchor. Pin that up in place like that. Then you can cover that back up again. And do the same on the other side. Go inside, pick up a bit of hair, go over the tiara, back in again and under the tiara with the hairpin. Then let go Then cover up the hair. Then the tiara is secure and the hair's still perfect. And then I'm going to show you how to put a veil into this style. So as you know, there are an awful lot of hairpins at the back there. So if you try and, it's easy to put the veil at the front there, you just simply slide the veil into the back combing that you've got here. But if she wants the veil at the back, you have to be really careful because there's lots of hairpins there. So you get the veil, put it on the hair where you want it to sit, check in the mirror that it's central, and instead of pushing the veil down, you pull the hair up the veil. And that way, the veil is secure, your hair doesn't change at the front, you're simply pulling the veil, you are simply pulling the hair up the veil. And you have perfect hair at the front, you haven't changed the shape of the hair at the front, that's still perfect, and you've got your veil at the back. If you found this video helpful, just remember to like and subscribe and join me for my next tutorial. Creating beautiful hair is easy when you know how.